Okay, so here is video number 2 of 2 with how to set up your interactive notebooks. So you should have your name and class period and what grade level you're in, and the table of contents page all set up, as well as your pages numbered from 1 through 51, odd numbers only. In this video, it's just going to be how you go about setting each section up, and it's super easy. It's just a matter of counting pages and writing down on the top of the page what goes where. So the first thing we have listed is mugs. Obviously, it's not going to go on the table of contents. We're going to go to page 3, and that's where mugs are going to begin. So at the top, you're just going to write mugs. There you go. For mugs, you should be able to fit at least 2 per page. That's the goal. They're kind of like little mini paragraphs. It's their few sentences each. So for example, like the first one would go here, the second one would go here. The goal is to fit at least 2 per page. That is how I counted pages. Okay, so if we're counting forward at 2 per page, then what we should be doing is we should be going forward to page 21. Okay, 21, or if you do want to go to page 23, it's totally fine, but I have it stopped at page 21. So what I want you to do then, so mugs, we're going to write page 3. That's where that begins on. So we counted forward to page 21, and that's where literary terms will start on. Okay, so then if we go back to page 21, the lit terms are going to start here. Okay, and then again, we're going to count forward some pages till we get to page 31. And I'm actually going to put my pen there, this way it's easier to remember. So then roots then begin on page 31. Okay. And I'm going to write roots at the top. Now going back to literary terms, again, same concept with the mugs. In order for this to work out with how I counted, you should be able to fit at least 2 per page. Sometimes it'll be more. I highly doubt it'll be less, but that's what I'm going with. And then once we get to roots, the roots are very small. You should be able to fit at least 3 or 4 per page, even if your writing is very large. So the last section we then have after roots, we have listed as miscellaneous, and I have that starting on page 49 instead of 51. So we'll write miscellaneous at the top, and this will be all of that extra stuff that you've got going on in here. All right, so essentially this is what I should see when I collect, your interactive notebooks. I should be able to turn to this page and know that that's where your mug begins. Same thing with the literary terms and roots and miscellaneous. It just makes things a lot easier to look for. If your interactive notebooks are all over the place, if you've got things written on totally different pages than where they're at, you're gonna lose points. Don't make it hard for me, and it won't be hard for you. This will be organized, and we'll have a lot of fun doing them, actually, believe it or not. So yeah, hope this is helpful to you, and hope that you have this ready for the second week of school, which is when your interactive notebooks will be in use. See you then.